But Jack, give an introduction about the chakra, Kundalini and Nadis. They give an introduction about chakra, Kundalini and Nadis. Vedi, okay.
Qual que é que faz?
Lagado de fora.
Juntos ou tem que escolher um? Aqui onde eu tô?
Lagado é पंखा तो है. So a little bit here, this side, can you move it? No better. It's all right now, it's all right. चलाएं. ठीक है. थोड़ा इधर होना चाहिए, थोड़ा और इधर करिएगा, इस तरफ और कर लेते हैं पंखे को, थोड़ा थोड़ा सा. ठीक है. I bow to all the seekers of truth. At the very outset, we have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot change it. We cannot transform it. Also, unfortunately, with this human awareness, we cannot know it. Can they hear all of you? Ask them, can they hear you?
Vocês estão escutando bem, Shrimataji? Huh?
Put it down a little.
He's saying that the pen is not helping Shrimataji.
All right, then put it on. पीछे ले लीजिए, पीछे ले लीजिए, पीछे ले लीजिए. पंखे को पीछे ले लीजिए. नहीं, पंखे को पीछे ले लीजिए तो ठीक रह जाए. Bitter. It makes too much sound. Fan was making too much sound. Yeah. So now we have to know that our awareness is not sufficient enough to know the absolute truth. Actually, we don't know the absolute truth. That's why there's a problem. Somebody says this is good, somebody says that is good. There's a quarrel, fight, arguments, and ultimately wars. That means we have to evolve more. Whatever I'm going to tell you today, you should not accept it blindfolded. But accept it as a hypothesis. And if it is proved, then you have to accept it as honest people. Because it is for your benevolence, for the benevolence of your family, your country, and for the benevolence of the whole world. At the very outset, I would like to tell you, the truth is that you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, intellect, conditionings, or your ego. But you are the pure spirit. There's another truth is, we see all these beautiful flowers and we take them for granted. Actually, it's a miracle. If you ask a doctor who runs your heart, so he'll say it's autonomous nervous system. Who is this auto? Also, if you take to science, we'll find they cannot answer all the questions because it has its own limitations. For example, science cannot tell you why are you on this earth. What is your identity? So we take to religions. But in the modern times, religions have become money-oriented or power-oriented. Also, it was great incarnations who came, like Christ, Muhammad Sahib, Moses. They were very great, pure incarnations. And they did not know what sort of people they were facing, the way they were tortured and crucified. They preached to people who cannot follow their followings. They cannot follow their principles. For example, Christ has said in the 5th chapter, Matthew's, that if your one eye commits a sin, you take out the eye. If your one hand does some sinful thing, you cut out the hand. If somebody slaps you on this face, turn the other face. I haven't seen any Christian without eyes and without hands. It's an impossible thing. Very difficult. It was easy for Christ to say that because he was so great. Actually, you have to become a saint to follow his principles. Ordinary people cannot follow him. Then I think Muhammad Sahib thought that he was so strict with the men, so he made lots of laws for the women also. And so strict that any woman who looked at any man with any lust, she should be buried halfway and should be stoned. Imagine what would have happened to American women. So the principle of morality was really too much for normal human beings. Also the Sharia, which was brought in by Muhammad Sahib, was given by Moses for the Jews. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, in the Jeremiah, it's described clearly. But Jews thought it was too much, so they didn't bother. But Muslims think they can do it. I'm sure they can't. So they believe they are Muslims, but they are not. Christians believe they are Christians, but they are not. First, you have to become a saint. You have to become an enlightened personality, so that automatically you become righteous. Automatically. SahajaYoga, we don't have any punishments. We have to accept human beings as they are. There are no confessions and no physical or mental punishments. At the most, we can ask them to get out of SahajaYoga. As this power lies in the sacrum bone, is your own. She is your mother, your individual mother. She knows all about you. And she's very anxious to give you your second birth. In the real sense of the word, you have to have your second birth. It's not just a make-believe that you are twice born. It becomes like any other brand, like you're a Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim or a twice born. But anybody can commit any sin. Anybody can commit any sin. So one has to become innately righteous, innately moral. It's only possible when you become the spirit. When this Kundalini rises, she passes through 6 centers which are responsible for our physical, mental, emotional and spiritual being. Thus our physical being improves, or sometimes absolutely in perfect condition. In India, there are 4 doctors from Delhi University who have got their MD in SahajaYoga. Many incurable diseases can be cured with SahajaYoga. For diagnosis or for treatment, you don't have to go to hospitals. Because you know self-knowledge. You get self-knowledge. Because you can start feeling on your fingertips your own centers. You start feeling this all-pervading power on your fingertips. So this is the second truth that you have to know, that there is an all-pervading power of divine love. In the Quran, Muhammad Sahib has clearly said that when you will get your resurrection, your hands, your fingers will know about you and they will tell you about you. This is the time of your resurrection. I call it a blossom time, but in the Bible it is described as the last judgment. You have to choose. You are free to choose. If you want to go to hell, you can go. If you want to go to heaven, you can. From the day you get your realization, you start the transformation within yourself. In the light of the Spirit, you become your own guide, your own master. You give up everything that is destructive. You give up everything that is not for your progress. All bad habits drop out automatically. And these bad habits just remove all the diseases, all the destructiveness from your body. It's like this. If I'm holding a snake and there is darkness, I can't see, and I'm obstinate, I'm not going to believe if you tell me it's a snake. And unless and until the snake bites, I won't give it up. But if there is little light, even little light, immediately I'll throw away the slave on my own. That is why enlightenment is the most important thing. If you want to save the world, it's important that we should take to our enlightenment and give enlightenment to others. As a result of this, your attention becomes absolutely innocent, devoid of lust and greed. Innocence is an eternal thing, but we have covered it with some clouds. It is never destroyed, and it comes back as soon as you get your enlightenment. So your attention becomes not only innocent, but very powerful and active. Wherever you put attention, it acts. Such a person emits joy and peace. Then you know the absolute truth. That means everybody knows the same truth. Supposing if you have 10 children who are realized soul and tie their eyes and ask them what's wrong with this person, they will all lift the same fingers. So in our awareness, a new dimension is created called as vibratory awareness. Many people don't believe in God, but if you want to know, you just put your hands and ask, is there God? And immediately you start getting tremendous cool breeze in your hand. And if you say want to find out, was Christ the Son of God? You just find out, and it's true because you get cool breeze. But if there is falsehood, if there is a false master, you can immediately make it out because you get heat, sometimes pins and needles. Everybody knows the same. Then the greatest thing that happens to you, that you become collectively conscious. Because you can feel the vibrations of another person, and you can feel the chakras, the centers of another person also. Then who is the other? Like a microcosm becomes a macrocosm. Microcosm becomes a macrocosm. Like a drop becomes the ocean. And such love, pure love and compassion flows in them. Then you understand the value of another person also. And also your own value. But you become humble. You can give realization to others. You can cure others. That is how one enlightened light can enlighten other lights. It's a natural process. Just like a seed, if you put it in the Mother Earth, sprouts by itself. Because in the seed it is built in to sprout, and it is in the Mother Earth the power is there to sprout. This is how everything is built in within. It's spontaneous, means Sahaj. Means it's born with you the right to have this union, yoga, with this divine power. When we think about the past and the future, We cannot be in the present, which is the reality. We think about the future and past. We cannot be in reality, which is the present. Because the past is finished, the future doesn't exist. But when this Kundalini rises, she elongates these thoughts and establishes the silence in between them. That time you become absolutely thoughtlessly aware. You are aware, but you are thoughtless. You want to think, you can think, but you don't want to think, you need not think. But inspiration starts coming. This state is the state of peace within yourself. You become a witness of the whole drama and you become extremely peaceful within yourself. There is no stress, there is no strain. You become so free of all these things. Actually become your own master. Last of all, the greatest thing that happens to you, that you jump into the ocean of joy. When you are happy or unhappy, these are two sides of a coin. When your ego is pampered, you are happy. When it is punctured, you are unhappy. But joy is singular. And it's a state in which you transcend all these limitations of your conditionings. For example, we have huge gatherings in India of people who have become saints. And it is surprising, I have never seen them quarreling, fighting, nothing of the kind. It's a state in which you realize your importance, your glory, and the glory of others. It's all your own. It's all within you. This power, what we call Kundalini, is in the sacrum bone. That means the Greeks knew it was a sacred bone. Now this power of yours is the power of pure desire. All other desires are not pure. Today we ask for a house, we get it, then we try to get a car, then we want to have a helicopter, then an aeroplane, there's no end to it. It's not satiable. In general they say wants are not satiable, by economics say so. So whether you are aware or not aware, this power of pure desire is within you. And once you get connected with this all-pervading power, all your problems get solved. Even economic, political. Because most of the world problems come from human beings. And all the human problems come from these chakras, from the centers. If these centers are somehow or other corrected, the whole world can be a beautiful place to live in. By talking about peace or having organizations of peace, you cannot have peace. I have known people who have got awards in peace and absolutely very hot-tempered, very. They never even smile. They never even smile. And if you have to approach them, it's better to go through a barge pole. I don't know how they get peace awards. You have to have peace within. In this short lecture, I don't think I can tell you everything about it. But like this, in this beautiful hall, we have so many lights. Only you have to switch on, that's all. But if I go on telling you about the history of this electricity, how it came here, it's so boring. So why not get it enlightenment? It is so easy. You can't pay for it. You must understand this. God doesn't understand money. He doesn't understand banking. That's our headache. I don't know how people can sell God in the market. It's all right, you can pay for this hall, all right. But not for your realization. It will hardly take 15 minutes to you get your realization. You are feeling warm, but after that you'll feel very cool. But as I said, I cannot force on you. If you don't want, I cannot do it. So those who do not want to have to go out. It is not mental, it is beyond the mind. So even my lecture is just an introduction, but it's not the happening. Happening is the actualization. I would say the actualization of your baptism is the experience, it's not just talking. And you all can have this experience. Not at all difficult. No. You don't have to think about it, just it will work automatically. There is no problem of any kind that you'll face. I feel Brazil can do very well in SahajaYoga because people are faithful and simple-hearted. As in Russia, I found them, they have no conditionings of any kind. At least 65 to 75% people are very sensitive to spirituality. The rest are stupid, I must say. They are taking to American culture of Coca-Cola and all that. They want Marlboro cigarettes. In Russia, in one place called Taliapti, we have got about 21,000 surgeries. And also the government is very good there. I mean the universities, they have thrown away all other false gurus from there, everyone. Surprisingly, they awarded me the award of the St. Petersburg University, which was the oldest university, as the honorary academician, which were only 10 so far. I am the 10th. And one of them is Einstein. One of them is Einstein. Einstein. I was quite surprised, you know. So I said, why do you include me with Einstein? He was such a great scientist. So they said that what Einstein done is only on the matter. You are working on human beings. So they have given me such a high award. I said, I'm not doing anything. Actually, they have their own powers and they get awakened to it. What am I doing about it? I don't know. But they are very sensitive people. There were 2,000 scientists in that conference. They don't have much conditionings. I think they are people who are like clean slate.
Like?
Like clean slate. Clean slate on which we write, slate. And it has worked really wonders there. So I would request those who do not want to have their self-realization should leave the hall, because it's not proper to disturb in between. But after realization, one should not sort of get dissolved into that and do not grow. Because it is, in the beginning you will feel really on top of the world. But you have to grow. You have to grow in the collective. You cannot grow in your houses, your homes, or your rooms. But you don't have to give up anything. You don't have to go to Himalayas and stand on your heads. Or go to Gobi desert to get nirvana. Here, on your seats, you'll get your realization. Don't have to give up your family, don't have to give up anything. You don't have to change your dress or anything. In Chicago, I met a gentleman, the head of the Hare Ram. He was wearing a dhoti, what we wear in India, dhoti. Especially that day it was very cold in Chicago. I said, why do you wear a dhoti in this cold? It's terribly cold. As a mother, I feel concerned. He said, my guru has initiated me like this. I said, do you think that by wearing this dhoti, you will get your nirvana? 80% people in India wear dhotis and go on saying Hare Rama or Hare Krishna. They are all going to get to nirvana. I mean, if they all go to heaven, where will you be? It is the internal change that is needed, not outward. I think you all are intelligent people and you will understand what I am saying. We don't have any organization, we don't have any priesthood, we have no hierarchies, nothing of the kind. Everybody equally the same. I have no secretary. I travel every day practically. Tomorrow I am going to San Paulo and then I am going to other places. Every day practically I am traveling. But I don't think I am traveling. I don't think. I'll be 72 years of age. I don't feel tired. And the same because I feel tremendous love for all of you. That compels me to travel. And that love itself is so nourishing and so joy-giving. Same thing you all can have. You all can have the same powers. These are your potential things which you must get. Now this mother, Kundalini, she knows everything about you, like a tape recorder. She's taped everything. She knows you. She knows what mistakes you have committed. She knows what are your aspirations. She knows you. So please don't judge yourself. She knows, and she is anxious to give you your second birth. So just understand that you should not feel at all in any way diffident. You must have complete respect for this. That means you should not feel guilty at all. This is the first condition, that please don't feel guilty about anything that has happened in the past. Past is finished, we are in the present. So this is a very important condition, because if you feel guilty, the center on the left hand side is in jeopardy. So
tem problemas.
you may get spondylitis, you may get angina, you may get tuberculosis, or could be lethargic organs. So what's the use of feeling guilty and troubling yourself like this? The second condition is that you have to forgive everyone even without thinking about them. As this center is caught up, the Kundalini cannot rise above this center. Whether you forgive or you don't forgive, you don't do anything. It is a myth. Because if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands and torture yourself. Especially at this moment, the center on the optic chiasma is like this, absolutely constricted. If you don't forgive, it won't open out. And at this moment, you will miss the great opportunity of self-realization, because Kundalini won't be able to pass through that center. Also, don't think about people whom you have to forgive, because it is very painful, I think, sometimes. You get a headache. In general, you have to forgive. The third condition is very simple. You have to take out your shoes. In England, first time, I said, please take out your shoes, so half of the people walked off. You have been already told about the subtle centers and the channels that we have within ourselves. So now we have two powers, left and right. The left one is the power of desire, the right one is the power of action. It's a mundane desire, everyday desire. Now, so, those who are sitting on the chair, not who are sitting on the ground, are all right, have to put both the feet apart from each other. And put the left hand on your left lap, that's all. And we have to nourish our centers with our right hand. Only for tonight we have to do. It's not to be repeated. Now we'll show you what is to be done. Is to put the left hand like this, which symbolizes that you desire to have your self-realization. All right. So please put the left hand like this. Now the right hand, you have to put it first on your heart. Because in the heart resides the spirit. If you become the spirit, you become your own guide, your own master. So we work only on the left hand side. Put your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. This is the center of your mastery created by great prophets and seers. Now you take your right hand in the low portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. This is the center, surprisingly, is of pure divine knowledge. Now you take your right hand, upper portion of your abdomen again. Then take it on your heart. And then in the corner of your neck and your shoulder. And turn your head to your right. So, the center is not all right. Please don't feel guilty. Now, take your right hand on top of your forehead across like this and bend your head slowly. Now, take back your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head. Without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, you have to ask for forgiveness from the divine power. Now the last center is important. Stretch your palm as far as possible. Now put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. Now push back your fingers as far as possible. Now please put down your head. Here you have to move your scalp slowly 7 times clockwise. Please push back your fingers, otherwise there will be no pressure. And bend your heads, please. Please move it 7 times. That's all we have to do. Now we'll start by closing our eyes. Please don't open your eyes
E agora vamos...
unless I tell you. Please put your feet apart from each other and left hand on your left lap.
Por favor, coloquem os seus pés separados um do outro e a mão esquerda aberta no colo esquerdo.
And put your right hand on your heart.
E coloquem a mão direita sobre o coração.
You can take out your spectacles and close your eyes.
Vocês podem tirar os óculos e fechem os olhos.
Please don't open till I tell.
Por favor, não abram os olhos até que eu lhes diga.
Here resides the spirit.
Aqui reside o Espírito.
So you have to ask a fundamental question about yourself 3 times to me.
Então vocês devem perguntar uma coisa fundamental sobre si mesmos 3 vezes para si mesmos.
You can call me mother or Shri Mataji, whatever you feel like.
Vocês podem me chamar de mãe ou Shri Mataji, o que quer que vocês prefiram.
So please say it 3 times in your heart. Mother, ask a question. Mother, am I the spirit?
Então perguntem 3 vezes com todo o seu coração. Mãe, sou eu o Espírito?
I have told you already that if you become the spirit, you become your own guide, your own master.
Eu já lhes disse que assim que vocês se tornam o Espírito, vocês se tornam os seus próprios mestres, os seus próprios guias.
So now please take your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side and press it with your fingers.
Então agora coloquem a mão direita sobre a parte esquerda do abdômen, a parte superior, e façam pressão com os dedos.
Here you ask me another question in your heart, very fundamentally, about yourself.
E aqui novamente uma pergunta muito fundamental sobre si mesmos que vocês devem fazer com todo o coração.
Please ask, Mother, am I my own master?
Por favor, perguntem: Mãe, sou eu o meu próprio mestre?
I've already told you that I respect your freedom and I cannot force on you your self-realization. In the same way, I cannot force pure divine knowledge on you.
Eu já lhes disse que eu respeito a sua liberdade e não posso forçar a sua realização do si. Da mesma maneira, não posso forçar o conhecimento divino sobre vocês.
So please take down your right hand in the low portion of your abdomen on the left hand side.
Então, por favor, coloquem a mão direita na parte inferior do abdômen, do lado esquerdo.
Here, you have to say again, you have to ask 6 times, because the center has got 6 petals.
E aqui vocês devem pedir 6 vezes, porque este centro tem 6 pétalas.
So ask 6 times, Mother, please give me pure divine knowledge.
Então peçam 6 vezes: Mãe, por favor, me dê o puro conhecimento divino.
This is the knowledge about the science or divine laws.
E este é o conhecimento, é a ciência das leis divinas,
which you get spontaneously, automatically on your nerves.
que vocês receberão espontaneamente, automaticamente no seu sistema nervoso.
As soon as you ask the question for divine knowledge, the Kundalini starts rising upward.
Assim que vocês pedem pelo conhecimento divino, a Kundalini começa a se elevar.
So you have to nourish the upper centers with your full self-confidence.
Então, depois disso, vocês irão nutrir os centros superiores com toda a confiança.
So now raise your right hand, the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, and press it hard.
Então agora coloquem novamente a mão direita na parte superior do abdômen, do lado esquerdo, e pressionem.
Here you have to say 10 times with full confidence, Mother, I am my own master.
E aqui vocês devem dizer 10 vezes com toda a confiança: Mãe, eu sou o meu próprio mestre.
I have already told you that you are not this body, this mind, this intellect, these emotions, these conditionings, this ego, but you are the pure spirit.
E eu já lhes disse que vocês não são este corpo, essa mente, este intelecto, estes condicionamentos, este ego. Vocês são o espírito puro.
So now raise your right hand on top of your heart, and here you have to say again with full self-confidence.
Então coloquem a sua mão direita sobre o coração, e aqui novamente com toda a confiança vocês irão dizer:
Say it with full confidence. Mother, I am the pure spirit that you are. Have faith in yourself and say, Mother, I am the pure spirit.
Então tenham fé em si mesmos e digam com toda a confiança: Mãe, eu sou o espírito puro.
This all-pervading power of divine love is the ocean of knowledge and bliss.
Este poder onipresente de amor divino é o oceano de amor e glória.
It is the ocean of energy, of compassion and love.
É o oceano de energia, de compaixão e amor.
But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness.
Mas acima de tudo, ele é o oceano de perdão.
And whatever mistakes you might have committed can be easily dissolved by the power of this ocean of compassion and forgiveness.
E qualquer erro que vocês tenham cometido é facilmente dissolvido e perdoado por esse oceano de compaixão e perdão.
You must have faith in yourself.
Vocês devem ter fé em si mesmos.
So forgive yourself and put your hand, right hand, in the corner of your neck and your shoulder and turn your head to your right.
Então perdoem a si mesmos e coloquem a mão direita no canto do ombro e do pescoço, do lado esquerdo pela frente, o braço pela frente, e virem a cabeça um pouco para a direita.
Now, with full confidence, you have to say 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Have confidence.
E aqui, com toda a confiança, vocês irão dizer 16 vezes: Mãe, eu não tenho culpa de nada. Tenham confiança.
I have already told you that whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything.
Eu já lhes disse que quer vocês perdoem ou não, vocês não irão resolver nada.
But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands.
Mas ao não perdoarem, vocês simplesmente jogam em mãos erradas.
And torture yourself.
E torturam a si mesmos.
Especially at this moment, if you don't forgive, the center of Agya won't open and your Kundalini will not be able to penetrate.
Especialmente neste momento, se vocês não perdoarem, o seu Agya Chakra não irá abrir e a Kundalini não poderá passar através dele.
So now raise your hand to your forehead across, put your hand and put down your head as far as possible.
Então agora coloquem a sua palma aberta na testa e pressionem na testa e abaixem a sua cabeça.
Here you have to say, again with self-confidence, but not how many times, from your heart.
Então aqui novamente vocês devem dizer com toda a confiança, mas não importa quantas vezes.
Mother, I forgive everyone in general.
Mãe, eu perdoo a todos em geral.
Now, without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes, just for your satisfaction, you have to ask forgiveness from this all-pervading divine power.
E agora, sem se sentirem culpados, sem se torturarem, vocês devem pedir perdão a este poder divino.
So now, please raise your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head as far as possible.
Então agora coloquem a palma da sua mão no lado de trás da cabeça e apoiem a cabeça na palma da mão e empurrem ela para trás o tanto que conseguirem.
Here you have to say again from your heart, not how many times.
E aqui novamente vocês devem dizer com todo o coração, não importa quantas vezes.
Just for your justification,
Apenas para que vocês se sintam bem,
without feeling guilty, without counting your mistakes.
sem se sentirem culpados e sem ficarem contando os próprios erros.
Oh divine power, if I have done any mistakes, please forgive them.
Ó poder divino, se eu cometi qualquer erro, por favor, me perdoe, perdoe os meus erros.
Now the last center, as I said, is very important. You have to stretch your palm fully and put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood.
E o último centro, como eu já lhes falei, é muito importante. Vocês devem esticar a mão, a palma da mão, o mais que puderem, e colocar a palma da mão de encontro com o topo da sua cabeça, na área da fontanela, que é a moleira dos bebês.
Now stretch back your fingers as far as possible.
E então estiquem os dedos e façam pressão o mais que puderem.
And please put down your head as far as possible.
E também coloquem a sua cabeça para baixo, para frente, o mais que conseguirem.
With the pressure, you have to move your scalp 7 times clockwise, slowly.
E fazendo pressão, vocês devem mover o couro cabeludo 7 vezes em sentido horário, com calma, devagar.
Here again, I cannot force self-realization on you, so you have to ask for it, saying 7 times while moving your hand, Mother, please give me my self-realization.
E aqui novamente eu não posso forçar sobre vocês a realização do si. Então, ao mover a cabeça 7 vezes, o couro cabeludo, vocês devem pedir: Mãe, por favor, me dê a realização do si.
Now please take down your hands.
Agora, por favor, abaixem as mãos
Slowly open your eyes.
e vagarosamente abram os olhos.
Put both the hands towards me like
Coloquem ambas as mãos abertas em direção a mim
and watch me without thinking.
e me observem, olhem para mim sem pensar.
Now, put the right hand towards like this way and put down your head. And with the left hand, try to see if there's a cool or a hot breeze-like vibrations coming out of your fontanelle bone area.
Então coloquem a mão direita aberta, esticada em direção a mim, e com a mão esquerda procurem sentir se existe uma brisa fresca ou um pouco mais quente saindo do topo da cabeça.
Now, please put the left hand.
Agora, por favor, coloquem a mão esquerda em direção a mim aberta.
Also bend your head, it's important.
Também é importante que vocês abaixem um pouco a cabeça.
Now again see with the right hand, not on top of your head, away from your fontanelle bone. There's a cool or a hot breeze-like vibrations coming.
E agora procurem sentir com a mão direita se existe uma brisa fresca ou um pouco mais quente saindo da cabeça. Não é com a mão grudada no topo da cabeça, mas sim um pouco acima.
Sometimes they are cool, sometimes they are hot.
Às vezes é fresco, às vezes é um pouco mais quente.
They could be close or away.
Podia ser mais perto ou um pouco mais distante.
But if you have not forgiven yourself and others, you get the hot breeze.
Mas se vocês não houverem perdoado a si mesmos e aos outros, a brisa será mais quente.
So now again, please try to forgive everyone, yourself also.
Então, novamente, por favor, tentem perdoar a si mesmos e a todos.
Now, please put again once your right hand towards me and see with the left hand.
Então, novamente, coloquem a mão direita em direção a mim e procurem sentir com a mão esquerda.
You have to move your hand because sometimes it's far, sometimes it's closer.
Vocês devem mover a mão, porque às vezes ela é um pouco mais próxima da cabeça, às vezes um pouco mais longe.
It's coming out of your fontanelle bone area. So please have faith in yourself.
Tenham fé em si mesmos, porque a Kundalini sai da fontanela de cada um.
Please bend your head, otherwise.
Por favor, abaixem a cabeça um pouco.
Now, please put both your hands towards the sky like this. Push back your head.
Então agora, por favor, coloquem ambas as mãos esticadas para cima e coloquem a cabeça para cima.
Now here, you can ask one of these 3 questions 3 times, one of them.
Então agora vocês podem perguntar qualquer uma dessas 3 questões 3 vezes.
The first one is, Mother, is it the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost?
A primeira delas é: Mãe, é esta a brisa fresca do Espírito Santo?
Ask 3 times.
Perguntem 3 vezes.
Second is, Mother, is this the all-pervading power of divine love, Ruh?
A segunda questão é: Mãe, é esta a brisa fresca do poder divino, o Ru?
The third one is, Mother, is this the Parama Chaitanya?
A terceira questão é: Mãe, é este o Parama Chaitanya?
Ask any one of these 3 times.
Façam qualquer uma dessas questões 3 vezes.
This is the first time you are feeling the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost.
Esta é a primeira vez em que vocês estão sentindo a brisa fresca do Espírito Santo.
Now please bring down your hands.
Agora, por favor, abaixem as mãos.
All those who have felt
Todos aqueles que sentiram
cool breeze on the fingertips,
a brisa fresca nas mãos, nas pontas dos dedos,
or maybe hot,
ou talvez quente,
same on the palms,
a mesma coisa na palma das mãos ou nos dedos,
or out of their fontanelle bone area,
ou então saindo da área da fontanela na cabeça.
please raise both your hands.
Aqueles que sentiram, por favor, levantem ambas as mãos.
What do you say to it? I bow to you all.
Eu me inclino a todos vocês.
So many of, most of you have become saints now, so I bow to you.
Tantos de vocês, a maioria de vocês se tornaram santos agora, então eu me inclino a vocês.
Please put down your hand.
Por favor, abaixem as mãos.
All those who have felt the cool breeze, this all-pervading power of divine love, have to grow into it.
Então, agora, todos aqueles que sentiram essa brisa fresca do amor divino têm que procurar crescer com ela.
Some of you may not have felt.
Alguns de vocês talvez não sentiram ela ainda.
Maybe something physically, mentally wrong with you.
Talvez algum problema mental ou físico.
Maybe spiritual.
Talvez espiritual.
Or maybe you are thinking too much.
Ou talvez vocês que não sentiram estejam pensando muito.
Or maybe you did not forgive.
Ou então vocês não perdoaram.
Did not forgive yourself and others.
Não perdoaram a si mesmos e aos outros.
Whatever it is,
O que quer que seja a razão.
everything can be corrected.
Todas essas coisas podem ser corrigidas.
Respect your realization.
Respeitem a sua realização
And grow into it.
e cresçam com ela.
Most surprising thing is that when I come, so many of you come here and get your realization.
A coisa mais surpreendente é que quando eu venho, tantos de vocês vêm aqui e recebem a sua realização.
But I am a foreigner, I am an Indian,
Mas eu sou estrangeira, eu sou uma indiana.
and you trust me so much.
E vocês confiam tanto em mim.
We have here very beautiful SahajaYogis.
E nós temos aqui realmente SahajaYogis muito belos.
They will not take any money,
Eles não irão cobrar dinheiro algum.
and you can grow.
E vocês poderão crescer.
They'll tell you all about it.
E eles irão dizer tudo sobre isso para vocês.
Complete knowledge.
Todo o conhecimento poderá ser dado a vocês.
So when I go away, you should not just give up. You have to grow.
Então, quando eu for embora, por favor, simplesmente não abandonem, não deixem isso de lado. Procurem
Otherwise,
crescer.
it would be like the parable of Christ, that some seeds fell on the barren land and some on the marshy land, which just sprouted and were finished.
Se vocês não procurarem crescer, o que acontecerá será como a parábola de Cristo, que algumas sementes caíram em terra seca e não poderão brotar.
It's a very great responsibility
Isto é uma responsabilidade muito grande,
that you are born in this special time.
o fato de que vocês nasceram neste tempo tão especial
Then you have got your realization.
e puderam receber a sua realização.
And it's only you, the enlightened ones, can save the world.
E são apenas vocês, aqueles que estão iluminados, que poderão salvar o mundo
Make the world beautiful for your children.
e que poderão fazer o mundo um lugar muito belo para suas crianças.
So please understand your own worth and value.
Então, por favor, compreendam o valor do seu trabalho e de si mesmos.
Now, please know your identity, that you have entered into the kingdom of God.
Então, agora, por favor, tenham toda certeza de que vocês entraram no reino de Deus.
Life would be full of blessings,
A vida será cheia de bênçãos,
but please grow and give it to others.
mas, por favor, cresçam e deem as mesmas bênçãos aos outros.
Have faith in yourself.
Tenham fé em si mesmos.
My message is now enjoy yourself and enjoy others.
A minha mensagem agora é: regozijem de si mesmos e dos outros.
May God bless you.
Que Deus os abençoe. Gente,
Eu gostaria de dizer a todos que nós teremos programas de acompanhamento posterior, também gratuitos, durante 4 semanas seguintes, às sextas-feiras, às 20h30, no auditório do RDC da PUC, Pontifícia Universidade Católica do Rio de Janeiro, situada na Rua Marquês de São Vicente, 225, na Gávea. O primeiro deles ocorrerá no dia 28 de outubro, sexta-feira, às 20h30. Todos os programas são gratuitos, todos serão muito bem-vindos lá. Eu pediria também a todos que preenchessem os formulários que vocês receberam nesse encarte, para que vocês recebam informações sobre as nossas próximas atividades. Obrigado.
Que informações pode ligar para o telefone? Não.
Qualquer informação vocês podem obter também pelos telefones que estão nos folhetos que vocês receberam. Por favor, entreguem na saída os formulários com o nome e endereço, para que vocês possam receber as informações sobre as próximas reuniões e atividades. Por favor, deixem o formulário preenchido na saída. Por favor, eu pediria a todos que abrissem espaço para a saída de Filimápolis.
What